Everybody go to breakfast.
And I'll be worried about him, yeah. I know the truth. I think he's just the man for you.
Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by the name Romy Rolls on all the social media platforms, as you can see on your screens right now. Thanks so much for clicking onto this video. Kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed and turn on the notification bell zone, and I really appreciate. As usual, I always say this channel is pro people. It's a channel for the people, and the people are happy, the people are smiling, the people are rejoicing, the people are celebrating, or rather, the resignation of the one lady, Meg Whitman or something, the recent or the previous US ambassador, Meg Whitman, the lady who was the US ambassador for Kenya. You know, people have been crying over this lady, the way she has been into Kenya's matters, like this is America, but this is Kenya, you know. People are really disappointed with her way of diplomacy. She wasn't practicing diplomacy in Kenya as per expected. She was into many things here in Kenya. She was hands-on, very, very hands-on on many things here in Kenya, and people are not happy about it. In terms of the previous elections, she was too hands-on in support of Ruto. Right now, people are suffering under this man called William Ruto. And right now, people can see the way it has been prophesied that Ruto is going to be one-term president. And the people who helped him to get the 2022 elections are now being, you know, they are now being taken away, or they're taking themselves away in terms of Meg Whitman's resignation. Because even though she couldn't have even though she couldn't have resigned, she knew under Trump most definitely she was going to go home without a doubt, because people had already informed Trump that they are unhappy with this lady called Meg Whitman. You know, people had already tweeted Trump, you know, and you know, Trump is one man who's always on Twitter, always updated, and he receives intelligence firsthand, and he responds to intelligence the way it's supposed to be. So Kenyans are very happy for the resignation of Meg Whitman. You know, he was a right lady of William Ruto in terms of leading this country in the wrong way, you know, advising Ruto to go for illegal loans in many ways, you know, so that they can squander public funds in ways that it's not understandable and likable by the people of Kenya. But right now we can say we are relieved by her resignation, and people are rightfully saying the exit of Ruto in 2027, because she played a big part in helping William Ruto to be elected in 2022. But right now, the allies, the strong allies of Ruto, are now leaving him in the darkness, because Kenyans are prepared to deal with this man called William Ruto come 2027, because we believe he has been, you know, practicing impunity against Kenyan people, and you know, in terms of not standing firm against abductions, against killings of the Gen Z, killings of Kenyan people. All of this has been happening under his watch, and he's not saying anything, meaning it's helping him in one way or another, because you can't be overseeing people being abducted here in Kenya, people being disappearing, and people being killed, people being distressed financially, economically, and for you, you're just out here traveling first class with private jets to international countries, but your people are suffering. You're wearing expensive watches, expensive suits, expensive shoes and belts, while people are suffering in your country. But you know, you seem to be, you know, so selfish in terms of going for unlawful deals, in terms of selling or leasing the cruel jewels of this country, in terms of the JKIA, the Ketraco, which is the main, wholesaler of electricity here in Kenya, if I can put it out in a layman's language, and in terms of the Kenyan ports, is ready to lease them in unthoughtful deals or clauses in this contract is signing. So people are really disappointed with this one-man Ruto in terms of his leadership, and people are even saying he's ruling this country like a dictator, because people are not feeling, people are not proud to be a Kenyan anymore in terms of how we are being led and how he's representing us out there. I've seen a video of our football amputee for the ladies. A video has surfaced that the ladies who went for the World Cup in Germany, the ladies did well. They're amputated, in one way or another. It can be a hand, one leg, or in one way or another, they are amputated, and they were playing football in World Cup. This is World Cup, and they ended up as fourth, and they were sleeping not in a hotel. They were sleeping like in a hall, in some, it's so bad, even I can't explain. They were sleeping, I believe I'll have a video and I'll put it here so that you guys can see. They were sleeping on those are not even beds, these are our representatives, they were out there representing Kenya, and they did so well to a level of reaching in a World Cup football, amputee World Cup, in the fourth place. They ended up as the fourth place, and they were treated so badly. They didn't have food. They didn't have a hotel to sort them in terms of accommodation and food. The Kenyans in Germany are the ones who helped them in terms of food and in terms of, where they were sleeping, even though they weren't sleeping at the best place ever, but the government are the ones who are supposed to facilitate this, but they didn't. So this goes to tell you how this government has failed, and it's so unfortunate that our ladies are being treated this way, and this is not the first time. Even our rugby teams have gone through such, our football team has gone through such, and it's high time to come 2027, these guys go home, and later on they go into prisons, and for any money they have squandered or embezzled and they have invested anywhere, be it in offshore accounts or they have bought any assets, we should retrieve them and take the money or the resources to the consolidated fund, and then it work for the people. The proceedings work for the people in terms of development. So guys, it's unfortunate that we have such type of leaders, but come 2027, hopefully all of us, we shall be against them, and nobody should be lying to you that come 2027 they'll give you money so that you can vote for them, or they will sign some few well-known influencers or well-known artists to sing and campaign for them, then get fooled and vote for them. Let's stay woke. I've seen Mali, it's a country on the western side of Africa. Mali has finished paying their debt legally. The legal debt they were owing the international communities or the international monetary institutions. They have finished paying them, and right now they are debt free. They are the only country that is debt free here in Africa, and everyone has been congratulating them for the great job well done, and that's what we are hoping for. Come 2027, we shall choose leaders who will have the interest of the people in terms of paying off the legal debt, only the legal debt that we acquired, and for the illegal debt that we didn't get, it should be pronounced odious, and then get the people who got the profits of those illegal debt to repay those debts, and then arrested and imprisoned for life. Then that's the way we shall know that Kenya is going in the right direction. So guys, let me know what you think about the resignation of this impunitive lady called Meg Whitman. Even though everybody knew Trump was to recall her, but for her, she has saved herself from embarrassment that it was coming. So she has just decided to resign because she knew very well Trump won't spare her in any way, because Trump had already gotten the feedback from Kenyans that we didn't want her because she wasn't practicing proper diplomacy in Kenya. She was so much into Kenya's way of running, in terms of the impunitive way of running of this government, and Kenyans weren't happy, and we reported her to the big boss, Donald Trump, and we're happy she has saved herself the big embarrassment that was coming, and Kenyans are happy, Kenyans are rejoicing, and the rejoicement has started way early, the happiness has started way early, the celebration has started way early, because we can wait for the big celebration when we shall be seeing this government going home come 2027, or even before, just in case we have a revolution here in Kenya as soon as possible, like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. So guys, let me know your opinions, and I'll really appreciate. Kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because successful people look like you. And thanks so much. Stay hopeful. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And thanks so much for the support. Bye bye, and see you on to the next one. Boom.